welcome to Pumpkin's Nail Station. So today we're going to be doing some encapsulating like over dipping powder. So I've got a bunch of autumn and Halloween type glitters. I've put this dip powder on to this stage because obviously we don't want it to be too boring. I have done videos on how to apply dip powder. The dipping kit that we're using is by Azure. I probably will do one of the nails like on how to add the dip powder on at a later stage, but I just filmed this first part of the video and it took like 10 minutes and that's just way too long, so I've just decided to start again from this point. So it's going to be a gel free nail video where it's more for those people that don't use gel. They're more like dip powder and they want, you know, they may not know how to use glitters with dipping powders, and I actually think using glitter with dipping powder is so good because it smooths out really well. So what we're at here, we're at the stage where it's all set nice, and we're just going to dust off this and make sure there's no powder over the back. Just dust it all off, and we're going to add some more dipping base. So I've got 2 layers of dip powder there. Okay, now we're just going to add the dip base, being careful not to touch the sides of the flexi finger. If you do, it's no big deal, but you would have to soak this off, so you would have literally no design. You can't just pull it off, it would take the silicone with it. So the best way to do it is not to go too close to the sides, and just to make sure nothing is sticking right before you move on. Just make sure everything is okay, and that's fine. And now we're going to use some Autumn Harvest mixed in with a couple of these little dots for extra by Charlotte's Nail Art. Okay, so we're going to use this dotting tool for this part. So I'm just going to scrape a bit of that off the edge because it might have all sorts of stuff on it. And we're just going to pop on some leaves and stuff. Basically, that's what we're going to do. So you stick this to the dipping glue. And you're just adding in some of the nice chunky parts as well, because why not? You can still move this around a bit at this stage as well, which is pretty cool. You want them to sit as flat as possible. Another big leaf. So you want plenty of these sort of leaves. And you maybe want a little star in there as well. And now we just want some of these littler pieces all over it. Starting to dry, the glue is now, so you have to be pretty quick. Okay, so I think that is fine now. So that is fine. So now we're just going to add another layer of this, and then we're going to cover it with clear. Okay, so this video might be a bit long because we're going to do say 2 or 3 different ones, which is why I didn't really want to add the adding the dip powder part, the base part in the video, because it's more about the encapsulating part. But you would add the colour exactly the same. You would add a base layer and then put the powder over it. Okay, so we've got that, plenty of the glue. And now we're going to add some clear over the top. And I'm going to add 2 layers of the clear. I'm just making sure it's all covered. And this is a glitter clear, so it doesn't really matter if I'm pouring it back in. Obviously, if you're doing this on other people, do not pour the dip powder back in, okay? Do not. Just leave it in the tray and throw it away. Then we're going to do that. And I'm going to add a second layer of clear just to make sure it's completely covered for when we're buffing. Okay. Okay, so that is absolutely fine. I'm just going to check the sides covered. But you could do this over another one of these triangles if you're doing it on somebody else. Like get a second triangle instead of pouring it back in. So that feels nice and smooth. So you're going to dust that all away. Making sure you've got everything off. Okay, dust it all off. And now we're going to add the Activate. So that is this one. And then the next ones that we're going to do, I'm probably just going to do them like speeded up with the voiceover. I wanted to do one at normal speed. Ooh, this does actually smell like, it has a monomer smell to it. Like, it smells stronger than any other activator that I've had. It definitely has like that monomer smell. Ooh, that is strong. So I'm going to leave that now for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to come back and do the next one, because we'll do all the buffing and filing at the end. I think the next one I'm going to do is Funny Bones, because this one looks a really cool Halloween glitter. And then I think the third one I might do is something like this, maybe either this one or this one, like something cute like for autumn. Like, I might mix in a few of those with it as well. So yeah, and then if you want to see like any more of these, you can just let me know and we can do that. I might add a few of these extra black ones in with the Funny Bones. Is there anything in here? No. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to leave that to sit a minute, and then come back and I'll have the next nail prepped, which will be this black base. Okay, so I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to come back in a minute.
So this is just me quickly showing the people who may have never used a dip powder before, because there might be some people out there. You would prep your nail with a primer and dehydrator, and then you would add the step 1, which is the dip glue base. I'm going to pour the dip powder over on, and I'm just checking the side of the flexi finger because I don't want the resin to stick to the flexi hand. But back to the dip powder. So once you put the resin on, you would pour or dip the dip powder onto the nail, brush off any excess, and then do a second layer. So that's basically all I'm going to do here. If you're doing this on somebody else, you could transfer the dip powder from one triangle to another. But I just put it back in the container just because I only use that on the flexi hand. And now we're going to move on to the glitter in a moment. Just using the dip glue again. Okay, so I'm just speeding up this part. I'm just going to add the dip base on again, just like I did at the start of the video when we did it at normal speed. And then we're going to add Funny Bones by Smileys to this nail. I love this glitter. When you put the red glitters near the but we're near the funny bones, they go red when you move the nail. It's so pretty. I'm definitely going to be using this glitter on myself during Halloween because it's such a fun glitter. I'll put some information below because I think on your first order you can get 10% off, and they do like a points system as well, where every order you save up so many points, and those points are money. So after a certain time you can use it towards your bill. So you can do that. So we're going to add the glitters over the nail, and once we've got the glitters exactly where we want them, you cover that over with the step 1, the resin, and then you encapsulate it with clear. You can do it 1 or 2 layers. I go for 2, especially when they're this sort of glitter, just to make sure when you're filing and buffing you don't file down into the glitter. Some people actually encapsulate their colours, especially dark colours, in clear anyway, because when you're buffing it you don't really want to be buffing the colour away. So I have seen people encapsulate just their dip powders in clear. If you don't have a clear dip powder and you have a clear acrylic, you can do this with acrylics as well. So if you've got a black acrylic and you've got some dip glue, you can do this. This is a gel-free video, but I have also seen people do dip powders with a base coat, a gel base coat. It's not really for me. I prefer a dip glue, but you know, and I do prefer a gel top coat. But in this video, because this is a gel-free you know, glitter encapsulating video for people that may be allergic to gel. So this would be based on just using the dip system, but you could use a base gel if you preferred that, or you could use acrylic with the dip glue. If you've got more acrylic powders, you can do that. You could even make your own colours. You can add pigment to clear and white, and you can make up your own colours as well. That's something I might do a video on. But yeah, I'm waffling now. So I'm just going to let you watch this, and then we're going to encapsulate it in clear, and I think we're going to go for one more nail in a minute, and then that will be it. So I'm just going to let you watch this, and I'm going to shut up.
Right, so we're back. So I've got some dip base on there, and we're using these 2 glitters by Smileys, Cutie and Brighton Rock. We've got them in here. We've just popped some of this on off camera. I just stuck my fingers together as well. So be careful when you're doing this, and do not knock over the dip bottle, and then just pick it up and not think about what you're picking up. So now we're just going to pop some of these onto here. We just need to get some of that crap off before. I need another one of these bad.
So yeah, this will be the last nail. This one is just Cutie and Brighton Rock or something like that. So yeah, we're just doing exactly the same process, adding this on top of the step 1 and encapsulating it in clear. So that's it. So I'm just going to let you watch this, and then we're going to come back when we are activating it and top coating it.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's fine. So we've got that all over it. So that's cool. And now we're going to go over it again one last time with the clear.
So we're just encapsulating this now. So we're just going to add the base gel over the glitter, and then we're going to put a layer of the clear dip powder over this. You could use clear acrylic, you can use whatever you like. And then I do 2 layers just to make sure that it's covered enough. and then we will activate this, leave it sat for a couple of minutes. Because this is on tips, it may take a bit longer to activate than it would on yourself. I have found that in the past when I've thought that these were slow activating, they weren't. It's just because it did activate a lot better on my own hand than it did over tips. So just give it, 3 to 4 minutes. Just check it's ready before you buff it, because you don't want any holes in your dip powder. Once you're happy with it, that's the point where you should activate it. I will do a full manicure on this, so you guys decide if you want autumn or an early Halloween. You guys tell me what you want, and we'll do a full set on the flexi hand and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, and now we've buffed them and all of that, we're going to use this to finish.
Okay, so now we've activated everything and let it sat, and I've buffed it. Now we're just adding the dip top coats.
And then I'm going to come back and top coat the next one. So I'll be back in a minute.
So I'm just adding a top coat over funny bones, and then I'm going to come and show you them all. Yay!
Okay, so I'm probably going to double top coat all of these, but for now, let's check them out. So that's basically what they all look like. They look beautiful, don't they? This one looks really cool when you look at it. It kind of, the bones go red when they are near the red glitter. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. Is it showing up? Can you see that at the bottom where it goes red? Like through that bone. A bit closer. Can you see that? Like it's going red, isn't it? No, that's pretty cool, right? Come on, focus. There we go. But you did see it when it was a bit closer. But it's awesome. I love it. And then these ones, these leaves actually reflect all kinds of different colours. Like green. Do you see that? See how that one's going greenish at the bottom? The bottom one's doing it the most. I think the bottom one's a slightly different leaf to the other ones, but there is like some multi-reflective ones on there. Pretty cool. And then there is some light reflective ones in this one as well. Can you see? So yeah, so they're all dry. So that's what that one looks like in there. Pretty cool. And then this one is funny bones and everything there. I absolutely love this glitter. I cannot wait to use it. So yeah, I think that is it for this video. I don't think I have any more to say on it. It was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but you know, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. And if you want to see me use more finer stuff, maybe something like this mixed into one of these dip powder colours, and try and make a dip glitter ourselves using one of the coloured dip powders that we've used, you know, like mixing some glitter in something like this and giving it a try and seeing what happens, we can do that. Or if you've got any other ideas, I will do a set with these. Do you want to see an autumn one or an early Halloween one? What do you want to see? What do you want to see? We do with the glitter encapsulating as a manicure on the flexi hand. Just comment below and let me know what you want me to do, and I will do it. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really love this kit. They did activate pretty fast, to say they was on tips, and they did feel really nice actually. I actually think I am going to like using that kit. So yeah, I enjoyed using it. So that's all I've got to say on that one. So thanks for watching. Bye.